welcome once again to M5's English language learning programme, Let's Speak English. I'm Gav Duncan and I'm here on your TV screen to help you learn English. Now, are you sitting comfortably? Yes? Good. And are you ready for today's lesson? Yes? Good. Okay, well, let's learn English together. And here we all are again. Yes, welcome back to Uncle Wrigley's house. No, sorry, that's a lie. Only a little white lie, but still, it's a lie. This is not Uncle Wrigley's house. In fact, if I'm being completely honest with you, and yes, that is my goal. But as I said, if I'm being completely honest with you, then I have to admit, I don't even think that there is an Uncle Wrigley. I don't know if there's anyone in the world called Uncle Wrigley. It seems an unlikely name to me. Still, I might be wrong. It happened before, once in the autumn of 1983. But as I said, it's happened before, so, well, it might happen again, I suppose. Anyway, enough about Uncle Wrigley or whoever we might be talking about. The thing is that this isn't Uncle Wrigley's house. No, this is the studio, the place where we record live. Yes, it's recorded, but it's also live. What about that? Yeah, that's a bit hard to get your head around. It's live, but it's recorded. It's recorded, but I'm alive. It's recorded live. And just to show you that it is live, listen to this. This is me live in the studio. Adam Fidias. Juji, mina homlakum. Choba, mina hongom. So, see, I told you it was live. Well, sort of live. I'm alive.
Alive. It's alive. It's alive.
All right, so it's also alive, but let's just get one thing straight. I'm not an it, I'm a he. So, I'm alive is okay when I'm talking about myself. And if someone else is talking about the fact that I'm alive, then it's perfectly okay for them to say he's alive, but not it. I'm not an object. I'm not a thing. I'm me. And you're you. And yesterday was Monday. And that means that we all know that today must be Tuesday. And we didn't manage to finish what we started yesterday. So, let's get stuck into the rest of what we were doing when we ran out of time. Yes, let's finish the stuff connected to our eyes and ears. Okay, so we know that the first one is the verb to listen to. The person in the sentence is concentrating on the sounds coming from the radio. And the correct tense for our answer is the present continuous. That's the correctly conjugated form of the verb to be, am in this case, and the ing form of the verb to listen. I'm listening to the radio program. And why do we use the verb with the preposition to? Well, that's the combination we use. There are several different verbs which we use with prepositions. Look at, ask for, belong to, happen to, and as we've just seen, listen to. We use the preposition to say what it is that we're directing our eyes at, to say what we're asking for, to say who something belongs to indicate what's happened to which person, and to communicate what we're paying attention to with our ears. All right. And on we go. Now, we also know that the second question is about using our ears, but this time we're not talking about someone paying attention to something with their ears, but someone just becoming aware of a noise, or in this case, someone not becoming aware of a noise. The first person in this sentence detected a noise, heard something with their ears, but as we can see from the second part of the sentence, the second person didn't hear anything. They didn't detect any noise. Past simple, negative, did, plus the adverb not, plus verb in the infinitive. I didn't hear anything. Next. Did you doodle-loo the Scotland-Hungary friendly international football match? No, I was at the cinema. Doodle-loo Moon Battles, the new film directed by George Lucas's brother Eugene. All right, and what about this one? Well, this one's a bit odd, to be honest. Logically, you'd think that the only possibility would be watch. And usually, if we're talking about something on TV, then yes, that's the verb we'd use. I'm talking to you, you're watching me. But, and here's the strange thing, If someone goes to a football match, then we normally use the verb to see. Where's Dave? He's gone to see the football at the Fradi Stadium. Anyway, the basic rule is that if it's on TV, we watch it. And in this question, well, I'll leave it up to you. If you feel that see sounds better, then use see. If you think that watch is better, then use watch. Okay, but what about the reply? Well, again, this is a little bit strange because we go to the cinema to see a film, but, and this is very important here, we can't use the verb to see, meaning to look at something in the continuous. And if you look at the reply, you can see that we need to use the past continuous. When something was happening, something which took a longer time. I was doing something else which also took a longer time. So it's got to be the past continuous, and that means that it's got to be watch. Did you watch the Scotland-Hungary friendly international football match? No, I was at the cinema watching Moon Battles, the new film directed by George Lucas's brother, Eugene. All right, next. She doodaloo to you, negative. She doodaloo to her MP3 player. Okay, an easy one. We're talking about now, which means that we're using the present continuous. Good. And we can see that the first part of the sentence is negative. So, S plus AV plus not plus V. Subject, she. Correctly conjugated form of the auxiliary verb, the verb we use to make the present continuous, the verb to be, correctly conjugated, third person singular, is. Then the adverb not, because it's negative, then the verb in the ing form, listening. She's not listening to you. She's not listening to you. And why is she not listening to you? Yes, that's right. Present continuous again, but this time it's not negative. So, S plus AV plus V, subject, she. Auxiliary verb to be for third person singular is. Verb in the ing form, listening. She's listening to her MP3 player. She's not listening to you, she's listening to her MP3 player. Excellent! Well done, everyone. All right, now, cast your minds back. Think back into the past.
May this day be celebrated with feasting and hunting.
No, not that far back. You only have to cast your minds back a little way to what we started looking at the week before last week and what we were doing yesterday. Yes, that's right. We were starting to look at the present perfect, weren't we? Yes, and in order to prepare ourselves to lay the groundwork, we were looking at the past simple forms of verbs we know, and we were getting ready to look at the past participle for some verbs we know and use. Yes, that's right, the past participle, the third form. So, let's have another look at that list of verbs we saw yesterday, shall we? Yes, the verbs that we checked the past simple forms of. Make, made. Take, took. Tell, told. Sell, sold. Live, lived. Like, liked. Think, thought. Believe, believed. Walk, walked. Run, ran. Play, played. Watch, watched. See, saw. Listen, listened. Hear, heard. Okay, so those are the 15 verbs which we saw yesterday and the day before. All right, and we checked that we know the past simple forms of the verbs. Some of them are regular and they're easy to handle, and some of them are irregular, which means that we have to learn and remember the past simple forms. Okay, now, who remembers what I told you about the past participle of regular verbs? Anyone? Yes, that's right. If the verb is regular, then the past simple form and the past participle, the third form, the form we need to make the present perfect, is the same as the past simple form. Easy, eh? Well, it certainly helps, doesn't it? I mean, this way, we don't have to think about the third form for some verbs, which leaves more time for us to think about other things. Great! So, let's have another look at that list and identify the regular verbs in that list. Okay, so we can see which ones are regular, can't we? Yes, for a start, they're in a different colour. So, now that we've identified which verbs are regular, we can do what? Yes, that's right. We can go ahead and fill in the past participle for those verbs, can't we? For those verbs, for regular verbs, the past participle and the past simple forms are the same. Okay, let's fill in those past participles. Great! Now, seeing as we've done that, it must be time for us to learn the past participles for these 15 verbs, mustn't it? All right, then here they are. Number 1, infinitive make, past simple form made, past participle made. Number 2, infinitive take, past simple took, past participle taken. Number 3, infinitive tell, past simple told, past participle told. Number 4, infinitive sell, past simple sold, past participle sold. Number 5, infinitive live. Hang on, we already know this one, don't we? Yes, it's one of the regular verbs. Live, lived, lived. Next. Number 6, regular, like, liked, liked. Next. Number 7, infinitive think, past simple thought, past participle thought. Number 8, infinitive believe. Hang on, it's regular. Believe, believed, believed. Number 9, regular, walk, walked, walked. Next. Number 10, infinitive run, past simple ran, past participle run. Number 11, infinitive hang on, it's regular. Play, played, played. Next. Number 12, regular, watch, watched, watched. Next. Number 13, infinitive see, past simple saw, past participle seen. Number 14, regular, listen, listened, listened. And the last one, number 15, infinitive hear, past simple heard, past participle heard. Done. Well done. So now we can see that table of common verbs, and with the different colours we can see which verbs are regular and which verbs are irregular, can't we? And, well, that's what we've got to remember, isn't it? Yes, now, let's have a look at all of the verbs we've seen in the last couple of weeks, shall we? You know, we had a look at some other verbs last week or the week before last, and we checked the past simple forms and the past participles for those verbs too. So, let's see the big list. Come, came, come. Go, went, gone. Say, said, said. Ask, asked, asked. Eat, ate, eaten. Drink, drank, drunk. Love, loved, loved. Drive, drove, driven. Live, lived, lived. Do, did, done. Want, wanted, wanted. Call, called, called. Make, made, made. Confirm, confirmed, confirmed. Work, worked, worked. Make, made, made. Take, took, taken. Tell, told, told. Sell, sold, sold. Live, lived, lived. Like, liked, liked. Think, thought, thought. Believe, believed, believed. Walk, walked, walked. Run, ran, run. Play, played, played. Watch, watched, watched. See, saw, seen. Listen, listened, listened. Hear, heard, heard. All right. So that's a list of 30 verbs, and as you can see, some of them are regular, some of them end in ed or d when we make the past simple form, and that makes things a bit easier for us when we have to think about the past participle, the third form, the form we need to make the present perfect. If the verb is regular, then we know that the past participle is the same as the past simple form, so that means we don't have to remember everything. If we remember which verbs are regular, we automatically know that the past participle is the same as the past simple form. So that's the big list of verbs, and yes, it's going to get bigger as we practice more and more, as we learn more and more. We'll learn more and more. It's that simple. Okay, well, now it's time for me to leave you for the day. I've got to go home. There's a coffee with my name on it sitting in my kitchen. And what about you lot? Well, there might be some chores for you to do. You might have to clean your room, or the kitchen, or hoover the living room, or make sure that there's enough toilet paper in the toilet. I don't know. If you don't have any pressing chores to complete, then you could always take the dog for a walk, and the cat would probably like some milk. And, well, you know, the parrot needs to keep practicing Esperanto. After all that, after you've done everything you have to do, and if you've still got some energy left over, then you should head over to the website, fire up your computer and check out the vocabulary that we've uploaded. You'll probably learn something new. All right, people, I'm off, but I'll be back almost before you know it. I'll be back here in the studio on this side of the telly screen waiting for you. So I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. See you later. Bye.